Over the years, I've spent many Thanksgiving weekends diving in the Keys. This year, I'm visiting the Keys again with an old military brother and a couple of his friends. Our first dive this weekend is the SS Benwood, a cargo ship that went down due to a collision off the coast of Key Largo in 1942. The Benwood is a fun dive due to the shallow depth and a variety of marine life. Mixed within this group of yellowtails are black margots, porkfish, Spanish grunt, and yellowtail fusiliers. A trumpetfish leaves his resting spot and glides along the wreck. The Keys are home to a wide variety of hard and soft coral, along with many species of sponges. Blue-striped grunts are plentiful throughout the Keys. This group has yellow-striped goatfish along with the blue-striped grunt. A curious green turtle decides to check out the activity below. Trumpetfish often go vertical to blend in and mimic the movement of the coral on the reef. Christmas tree worms can be found on every wreck in the Keys. At times, the fish group so tightly together that you feel as if you need to push your way through them. Our second dive today is at a location on French Reef called the Sand Cave. The fish use these outcroppings and tunnels for protection. This queen angel is really shy. The caves aren't really caves. They're mostly tunnels and swim-throughs. This little Spanish grunt doesn't appear to feel threatened by my presence. Prior to entering these tunnels, be sure you can exit the other end. Remember, everything is magnified underwater, even the exits. While exiting one tunnel, I appear to have disturbed the barracuda's rest. These little blue chromis play all around the reef. Back on shore, we head south to Key West for our next dive, the Vandenberg. The Vandenberg served many missions. During her final mission, she served as a missile tracker. On 27 May 2009, she was sunk 6 miles off the coast of Key West to serve her final days as an artificial reef. Today will mark my 16th dive on her since 2011, and it will be the first for the other 3 divers in our group. As we descend from above, we are greeted by a Goliath grouper. This grouper is a little cautious and attempts to avoid us. We attempt to follow, but the grouper descends deeper into the wreck. After a decade, the Vandenberg is fully encrusted with corals and sponges. We enter one of the more popular swim-throughs of this wreck, the main cargo hold. The Vandenberg is serving her final years as intended, a home for a broad species of marine life. As we end our dive, I'm amazed at the changes on this wreck over the past 8 years. We end our day very pleased with our dive on the Vandenberg. I'm sure we will return next year. Next, we head back to Key Largo for our final day of diving. Our first dive today is on the city of Washington. On July 10, 1917, the city of Washington was being towed when she run aground and sunk almost immediately. Smooth trunkfish have always fascinated me due to their odd shape and the way they swim through the water. A trunkfish, while under stress, can secrete a toxin that kills other fish and will cause severe illness in humans who eat them. This wreck, like so many others in the Keys, is home to so many species of tropical fish: rock beauties, sergeant majors, blue tangs, yellowtail damselfish, and many, many more. This parrotfish nibbles away for a little snack. This yellowtail damselfish peers at me from the opposite side. Somehow, this guy knows that it's not lobster season. This wreck must be home to hundreds of blue-striped grunts. Not only do trumpetfish go vertical to mimic the movement of coral on the reef, they also appear to be the chameleons of the sea. Can you find this one? The Keys are always full of barracuda. When the visibility is this good, and when diving at shallower depths, the colors seem to pop. My last find on the city of Washington, this little anemone. Our next dive, the Hannah M. Bell, was a British cargo vessel that grounded and sunk 6 miles off of Key Largo on Elbow Reef on April the 4th, 1911. Like many other wrecks throughout the Keys, this one has attracted a lot of marine life. These guys are really bold when it's not lobster season. Nurse sharks are nocturnal and usually rest under ledges during the day. This one must be suffering from insomnia. They are the only Atlantic sharks with barbels, similar to those found on catfish. They can grow to 14 feet in length and have a distinctive tail that lacks a lower lobe. They live and feed off of the ocean floor, therefore they're also known as carpet sharks. In addition to Christmas tree worms, you can also find feather dusters. Various wrasses play within the coral. Banded butterflyfish always like to play tag. The Duane, off of Key Largo, has been a popular wreck since 1987. She was a Coast Guard cutter that was decommissioned and sunk on November the 27th, 1987 for the purpose of creating another artificial reef. Up till now, my first and only 2 dives were made on her in the summer of 1989, approximately 18 months after her sinking. I'm excited to see how she has changed since then. She didn't appear to have changed a lot. However, as I move along the wreck and peer inside her interior compartments, I can notice a lot of change. She is now heavily encased in coral, sponges, and other marine life. As we move along the wreck, we are surrounded by many species of fish. All you need to do is add light, and the colors pop. Even the interior compartments are covered in colorful coral. This spotted moray has found a new home. This green moray is taking a rest. I'm sure he'll be moving to a safer location later. I peer at the Duane below, amazed at her transformation over the last 3 decades. She served our country in the past, and now serves as a reef, thriving with life. The Florida Keys have been one of my favorite dive locations for over 44 years. As of this past Thanksgiving weekend, I think it has become a favorite dive location for the 3 others in this group.